Hello and welcome to Cafdil Healthcare here on Cafdil Television. I hope you are doing well. It is by His grace that we are alive. It's not because we are beautiful or our money. It is by the grace. And today too, we have an interesting topic for you to also learn a lot about it. And it is very imperative that both male and female get to know this very well. And it is also pertinent to women. Most women do not even know their menstrual cycle, and so they don't know when they even ovulate, and so forth, and therefore sometimes they get pregnant and they begin to complain. This is what you're supposed to listen and learn a lot about this. What we're going to discuss is menstrual cycle and what involves within that period is what we're going to discuss. My name is Kojo Arthur. I am not here alone. I am here with Esther Apoto. Esther is a senior staff midwife at Cape Coast Teaching Hospital, and also Bernice Japan, also senior staff midwife from Cape Coast Teaching Hospital. Ladies, you are welcome.
Thank you.
Hope you are well.
Yes,
you are doing great.
I hope they are not using you as calendars as well.
No, they can't.
All right. I'm hoping that you also follow us on Facebook and on YouTube. Follow us and share for your friends to also get this very interesting topic and educative to also listen. Like I said, menstrual cycle, which means it has to go through certain processes and so forth. So you tell us, what is it, the cycle, the menstrual cycle, and what are its key phases? Since it is a cycle, it should be a phases. Let me start off with you, Bernice.
Okay, so menstrual cycle is a series of changes that your body go through, I mean females, through each month to prepare you for possible pregnancy. So it's all about your body getting ready to receive a sperm to fertilize an ovum. That's basically it. Yes. So the phases are 4. We have the menstruation. That is the flow itself. Then we have the follicular phase. That is when the eggs are small, they want to grow. Then one of them that is grown and ready to come out will pop. That is the ovulation itself. Then we have the luteal phase. After the egg is produced, there is no sperm to fertilize it, so it has to die and come out. So another menses will come. Yeah, so it follows like that.
So what is the 4th phase?
The luteal phase.
The luteal phase.
Yeah.
Okay, so all these phases happen within that period?
Within one cycle.
Oh, okay. Do they have different, maybe if a lady is menstruating, how would the lady be able to know that this is the phase, this is the phase? Do they come
Okay, so you wouldn't really know that you are in this phase, you're in this phase, but one of the phases that is very clinical for you to see is your ovulation phase, and then the flow itself, the menstruation. The follicular and the luteal phase, you wouldn't know. Yes, but when you're menstruating, everybody, you will see the blood, so you're in that phase. Then the ovulation, you may feel a very sharp pain, either at your right side or left, depending on where the egg is popping. You know, we have 2 fallopian tubes. Yes, so that is where the eggs will pop. So if it is right, sometimes, it's not every woman who experiences that. You feel a sharp pain. Then your discharge, it will be slimy. So when you tap it like this, it will come in between like this, sticky. And then your temperature may change. If you have not studied yourself, or you wouldn't see the difference in the body temperature. Yeah. So.
okay. So how long does it take during that phases or that period?
Okay, so from ovulation to you menstruate is 14 days for every woman. But the first part is where the differences come. So we have 21 to 36 days for some women, but the average is 28 days cycle.
So some menstruate within 21
the cycle
The cycle.
is 21. So from one menstruation to the other is 21 days.
Okay.
Some people also have 36, which is very long. So from one menstruation to the other menstruation may take 36 days for one cycle. But averagely, most people have 28 days. Yeah.
Okay, so ovulation before menstruation.
Yes.
Oh, okay, so and between the ovulation and menstruation, it has to take
from ovulation to menstruation is 14 days for
14
every woman.
days.
But the time your follicles, the small eggs are growing to mature to pop, that takes longer for some women. And that is why you get longer periods, like longer cycles for others and shorter cycle for others.
Okay.
But from the moment the egg comes out to you see the blood, it's 14 days for every woman.
All right. So let me understand better. So if someone menstruates today,
Day 1.
day 1, that is today's date is 16th.
Yes.
Day 1.
Day 1.
7 days later, it has to stop.
Yes.
Yes.
So after 7 days,
The 7 days
that
is
is the ovulation
ovulation.
period.
Yes.
So if you want to get pregnant, that is where you're supposed to.
So
Oh, okay. But some people do that within that period, but still they don't get pregnant.
the ovulation, the average is 28. So if your cycle is 28, that means on the 14th day, that's where you ovulate. So from the 13th to 14th, ovulation will occur. And ovulation, when you ovulate, it stays in the system for 24 hours. Then the egg dies.
Oh, that your egg stays there.
If there is no sperm,
There is no sperm.
actually it's 12 to 24 hours. So it's not everybody's own. That will even last for that 24 hours. So it's very short.
Okay.
That is why you're supposed to know the exact day you are ovulating, so that if you want pregnancy, you can meet.
says before or
Yeah.
says during.
So with this, how can individual track their menstrual cycle very effectively?
Okay. Individual can track their menstrual cycle very effectively by using the calendar. We have apps too that we are normally having. We have the Flow, also helps you to track your menstrual cycle. So if you have a calendar at home, let's say today's date is 16th. Maybe today, Friday, you had your menses. It has started.
That's
so
day
that's
one.
day
Yes.
1. We are using the average, the 28 days. And maybe your menses, maybe it lasts for 7 days. Yours lasts for 7 days. So after the 7, so day 1, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and 21, 22, 23rd. That's the 23rd. You are having 7 days. So maybe your menses has ended on that day. So let's take it from the 24th, 25th, 26th. That time, the matured ovum, the ovaries, no, crucia, the eggs, they are maturing. So that moment, the one that has matured will be coming out. That's the Graafian follicle will be coming out. And so at that time, you have released, you'll be releasing. So at that moment, in case you had any sexual intercourse at that moment, the sperm can stay at least 5 days, at most 7 days in the system.
To wait for the egg.
Yes. So maybe on the 14th day, that will be on the 23rd. That is the 7 days, the 14th day. So at that moment to the 30th, you'll be ovulating. The 14th day is up. So whilst there has been a sexual intercourse on the 27th, still there are sperms in the system. So this place, there can be ovulation because God has made it in such a way that it's a physiological at that moment, and there are cravings. You see, say you have the desire that you want to have intercourse with your partner. The desire come, the emotion, the feelings do happen at that moment. So the moment you meet on that 27, on the 28th, you want to conceive, then possibility, there's a chance of pregnancy. Or even on that day, 30th, there will be a pregnancy. An egg has been released. So the egg can stay in the system, maybe on that, maybe 30th. We don't know the actual time that it will be coming. Maybe it's 6 a.m., we don't know whether it's 7 a.m. So maybe at that moment, maybe in the morning, maybe you had an sexual intercourse. Maybe you are preparing a couple that wants to conceive. That moment is very crucial. But if there hasn't been any sperm, and there is nothing, and the egg stays there for 24 hours, 12 to 24 hours, then it dies off. So when it dies off, then it dissolves. It dissolves and go and meet with the uterus to also prepare the bed. There are lining, the first lining, second lining, and the third lining. So it will come and mate it and wait, nothing is coming, then the cycle has ended. So it needs to be shed away. That's the menstruation, the flow. So it shares with the first lining, the second lining, that comes out. Then the last lining, then it starts building up again for another cycle to prepare bed down for in case there will be a pregnancy. So whilst you using the calendar, the moment you circle, so you can get a calendar and circle it day 1. So maybe yours is 5 days. If yours is 5 days, then you are having a free period, 3 days. You are having a free period, 3 days, 4 days to enjoy yourself. But on the, maybe yours end is maybe 16 today, and it end on the maybe 20, that's 21st. You have 22nd, 23rd, and 24th.
So the moment it ends, the flow ends, you have 3 days to enjoy yourself.
Yes, you have 3 days to enjoy yourself.
So after which
you need to ovulate. That means egg is being matured, so 14 days you'll be. So anything can happen. And sperms can stay in the system for like at most 7 days. So you need to be extra careful.
Whether yours is the short period or the longer period, so you still have, after float, you still have the 3 days.
No, it's not everyone who gets a safe period.
If yours is long, you won't get that safe period.
Even if you get it, maybe it's one day or 2 days.
Or 2 days.
Yeah.
So in order to get pregnant, you have to be very conscious about
You need
that.
to know
yourself and study your cycle.
Oh, okay. All right. That is very good to hear. But how many of them are able to even follow that? That is the question.
So even if you don't have a calendar, you can have a paper or a book, a diary. Just write the day you started your menses. Okay, so the days you keep writing it. Today is 16, the next day 17th. You keep writing it. So the next menses, you write that day too. So before you can say that I'm a 28 cycle, I'm a 30 cycle, you should have studied your cycle for 3 months.
3 months.
Consecutively.
For
3
you to
months.
know the average.
Yes.
Oh, okay. We have what we call a premenstrual syndrome. So what are some common symptoms of this PMS, and how can they be managed?
Okay. The PMS, like the common ones are like the menstrual cramps that most people get. And we also have the menstrual cramps like this. We have it mild, moderate, and severe. The mild one, you can do without it. You can go with your normal distance. We have the moderate. Moderate, maybe you can get some, maybe like.
With the mild, does that mean you don't feel?
You feel the pain, but it's not that
a big deal.
severe.
You can do without any medication.
Without any medication. You feel the pain, but we have the moderate. It might be a little sharp, but if you can, some people can do without it. Okay. But the severe, that's where we have medication that needs to be managed. So if the cramps is severe or moderate that you can't do with it, you can like warm water. You can put hot water in a bottle and use towel and wrap it and put it in your lower abdomen. It eases the pain. And exercise. And also exercise also eases the pain, because diversional therapies, so that your mind will not be on.
Do you have a specific exercise meant for that?
Oh, no. There are no specific.
Any type of exercise?
Any type of exercise. You can walk skipping. You can take a skipping twist there, you can do it. You can have a jogging, go around, and diversional therapy, keep yourself busy. If you stay at one pace, you feel the pain more. But once you keep yourself busy, your mind is not on the pain again. So those are the cramps. We have the breast engorgement or heaviness in your breast. That one too. You can wear light bra, or in case maybe we have people that maybe their breasts are big, you can wear bra. If you have a small breast, you can leave it and wear those tubes to feel comfortable with that period. Okay, and we also bloated stomach. Sometimes you feel like, as you said, there are gases in your tummy. You feel bloated. Those are all this thing. There are some symptoms. Is part of it. And sometimes to headache and tiredness. you feel tired. And so whilst you've seen yourself like that, you can also, maybe if you are stressed up too much, you can reduce the stress and keep yourself busy. Diversional therapies. And also we have
almighty mood swings.
The almighty mood swings. That one there is very, like, everybody experiences it because of the hormonal imbalances that happen when the estrogen and progesterone, one is low, one is high, all of them has reached the peak. That's where the abnormalities do come, like the mental. You see that the almighty mood swings. Today, maybe you've seen that the person has changed, like how maybe this morning I've seen you. Oh, I've greeted you. She didn't mind me. That's the mood swing that has come. Sometimes maybe the mind is not yet. The person is not willing to talk. So if you keep pushing the person might open up and say something that will even hurt you. So the moment you seeing it like that, then you just let the person be, because she herself can't express or what's happening to her. It's a feeling that you can't even express it, but you are moody. You can ask the person, "How are you?" Say, "I'm fine." The person is not willing to. Don't go further.
It's okay.
Just leave it like that. So if you study the person, or maybe as a husband, you are in the house, the moment you see that your wife started behaving that, say it's mood swings, she's heading towards, so you just let go. So when she's okay, then you talk to her. So if you're in a relationship, you can study and your partner know that maybe at this moment, or if two women are in the same houses or in the hostels, in the dormitories, you see, maybe in tertiary, there's a secondary school, you are all there, but you can see that, oh, my sister, I've greeted the mood swing. You just let go. When she's okay, she will talk to you. But that's where two women can stay at the same place for even a month. Because maybe this month, mine has come earlier. Yours will come later. So the moment I've spoken to you, you didn't mind me. The next day, maybe that time, "Oh, how are you? How are you doing?" Then you two, when I was talking to you, you didn't mind me. Then that time too, her own has come. So those are
these are what the reasons why women cannot stay together
for long.
Just because of mood swings.
Mood swings.
How are these things managed? How can Venice?
Okay, so with the management, like I said, premenstrual syndrome, if you want to really reduce your risk of getting them, so you check your diet. So you eat well-balanced diet rich in omega-3 fatty acids, so like fish. And then you have to eat food that are low in salt. Yes. And then you have to do exercise. So when you do exercises, your metabolism increases, everything is on point. You release hormones that are good for your body, will keep you. There are some hormones that makes you happy. It brightens up your mood. When you do exercises, those hormones are released. Yes. And then you have to take folic acid too. Yeah, so these are some of the things that you can do too.
What about the one you spoke about?
The mood swing.
The mood swing.
Well, like I'm saying, when you are, the activities and other stuff will make you, it will release those hormones that will brighten up.
So that you can manage the.
So you can also keep yourself active.
Now you know that at this point, at this period, this is what I go through. I get mood swing. I am staying with my husband. I'm staying with my children and stuff, or my friend and stuff.
So not to make it worse, the people around you should also know. That is why they are supposed to study you.
So at this point in time.
So sometimes, you see that your partner is not in the mood. Maybe you even did the do last night. You are hoping that the next morning, everything is on point, but you wake up, good morning, how are you? I'm fine. Okay. Just let it. You people, let it go. Just leave them
alone.
Why are you pushing?
She'll be fine.
Are you okay? Yes, I'm okay.
But who
let it go.
When you stay with someone in the morning?
No, that thing is, if you understand, you just let it go.
So the ladies should also make the men understand that this is what I go through every month.
Read.
That's why we are educating.
Read. You don't like reading. You want to understand women, yet you don't want to read things about us. Read.
Let me give one example. That was last week. I was there. I was watching. My daughter came, "Mommy, are you crying?" And I said, "No, I'm not crying." "Mommy, you are crying." And I said, "Oh, no, I'm not crying." "Mommy, let me look at your face. You are crying?" I said, "No." She went and called my neighbor and told her, "Auntie Nyamie, come. Mommy is crying." And I said, And I said, oh, I'm not crying. I said, no, you are quiet. And I'm just not happy. That's the mood swing has come. My daughter was even able to catch me. I was trying to smile with them this time, but still she saw that I was down.
So if it were to be your husband, what would have happened?
He would know. So
Okay.
that means.
But are you always in the mood? If you guys cry, it happens to you. When you are stressed, you just want to be like everybody has the down moment and up moment. Just that ours is every month.
Every month we experience it.
When those PMS happen, how long does it take for you to recover?
It depends on the individual. Some people get it before the menstruation itself. Others too, the moment they start menstruating, it is there till they've ended their menstruation, their flow.
Some can even experience maybe 24 hours they are okay. Some can 2 days they are okay. A few moments they are okay.
That is how come people are used as calendars and time and stuff.
So all depend on how to manage it. Don't let everybody knows that this is what is happening. You can put
like
yourself
a midwife
together.
like this. You are coming to work. The mood swings has come. You cannot send it to your clients.
No.
You get it. Maybe a colleague might greet you. You are not in the mood. They're laughing and all that. But you are managing a case. So you send your mood swings to the case. You can't do it. So you just try to cope with it.
Now, you made mention of diet. So then I will ask, how does this diet and the lifestyle itself impact menstrual health?
Okay, so like I said, you have to eat well-balanced diet. So the hormones that is responsible for menstrual cycle, the menstrual thing itself, they need nutrients too, so that those hormones can come to play. So if you don't take the necessary nutrients, balanced diet and all that, it causes imbalances, hormonal imbalances, which can cause irregular cycle. That's why some people, they will get their menses this month, the following month they won't get. It's not like they are pregnant, just that they don't have, the hormonal levels are not adequate to cause the ovulation for the menses to come.
And without ovulation, there's no menses?
No, please.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so you need to eat well, exercise, then manage your stress level. You know, if people change environment and the next 3 months, they might not menstruate because of the change in environment. Some people go through stress, maybe loss of a loved one, and either their menses will come just like that. Maybe it's not time, but because the hormones come from the brain, so it can be stimulated at any time. So maybe someone will hear bad news, their menses will just come like that. It may not be due, but it happens.
Eating well, what do we mean?
Like the balance,
The
the
balanced
4-star diet.
So your food should be rich in omega-3, like I said, acid, like fish. And then if you are eating fats, animal fat, it should be low in fats. Yeah. Then you reduce your salt intake.
Oh, okay.
Then folic acid as a supplement.
But whilst you are the menstruation has come, the period has come, then you stop. After the period, then you continue with the folic acid.
Folic acid.
Yes, with the folic acid.
All right.
And you get a heavy bleeding.
So in all this, do men have a role to play?
Of course.
Yes.
What are some of the roles that men play in
You
all
need to
this?
support us emotionally.
How?
So when we are not in the mood, don't be angry. Okay? It's not a time for you to be angry.
With us.
If you really understand, you won't be angry. Okay? So it also happens when you are pregnant, the first trimester. There are a lot of mood swings. Okay? She just doesn't want to talk. Leave her, please. Rather support. Oh, do you need something? But don't ask questions. You want to know the cause.
But do you need something? Is it not a question?
No, asking, wanting to know why, why you moody.
What's wrong with you and this?
But
She will
for
try
the-
and tell
for-
you
for-
that everything
for
is
the
fine.
first time, I don't know. I've never seen you like this before. If I
Oh,
want to know,
it is possible it will cause issues, but as time goes on, you would understand. Okay, so
But-
maybe after the mood lightened, it's normal. Women, we are like that.
Okay.
We
So
see.
you just try
that
to
kind of-
understand, and we women too, we should try to manage it.
Yeah.
So at
Some
least-
people to do it
overboard.
Hey,
It's
you
too
only
much.
your mood swing 1 month, it won't go.
As for the lifestyle, you see, some drink alcohol, some smoke, and that's that. Does it also contribute to that,
Yes,
or does
please.
it impact?
Yes,
How?
it does. Those things wouldn't let your some of the things, hormones and other things work well, so they can equally affect your hormonal levels and other things.
It can equally cause imbalances in your hormones.
Growing up, we used to hear some kind of misconception about this, that if you are menstruating, you don't cook. If you are menstruating, you don't do this, you don't do that. Even men don't come close to you. How is it? How can, is it something correct, or is something that you would want to debunk?
Oh, well, so those time, no, like now we are in the 21st century. One said during the olden days, no, they were very particular with this. Because if you are having your menses, you cannot even stay in the house. They normally let you stay in a different room. And even the bowl that you even eat in it is different. Everything is different. They see you like you are impure, unclean. But right now in the 21st century, if a woman is in her menses or an adult is in her menses, you will not know. And those times too, how they take care of themselves too was also a question mark. And nowadays, I can be sitting here, you will not know. So the lifestyle and the attitude and how they were managing it was poor. And right now, education has come, and then they lack the education concerning that. It's a natural thing that is happening to every woman. It's God made it in such a way that it helps you to prepare. He said we should go and procreate. And if the woman is not there, there will not be any procreation. So God made it in a way, it's a natural thing that happens that prepares the woman to receive a spermatozoa, so that there can be a fertilization to form. So in case there hasn't been nothing, and then it needs to come out. It can't stay in the system. It needs to come out. So the lining and the blood and the ovum that has dissolved, they come out as a menstrual flow. So it's not a sin that she is in that situation, but it's a natural thing that is happening to the system. So if we accept it that way, then you will be able to embrace it. So that was the education that they lacked then. But now, education has come out, and we go to church with them. Even first, even communion, they will not even allow you to take it.
How would they know that you are?
Oh, if in the olden days, they don't allow them. They cannot even go to the pulpits. But now, the education has come that those things is not a sin. First, they thought that it's a sin. But it's a natural thing that is happening to the system. And there are some means that every woman is supposed to have like a menses like 7 days. Oh, no. Everybody and its system. We are different. So some might get it 2 days, some might get it 3 days, some 5, some 7. Averagely is 7, but within the 7, someone can get it. So it's normal. Okay. And if you are in your menses, that doesn't mean that you cannot work. You can do everything. That's why I say what men can do, women can do. We can do it. We have the strength to do it.
You can even have sex during your menstrual period. Yeah.
Everything, you can do it. Unless maybe it's too severe.
Okay.
The pain is too severe that you need a man. And some people, when I was in school, my school mother like this, she'll be vomiting.
During the menstruation?
Yes, she'll be vomiting and be having diarrhea.
Diarrhea,
yes, you need to manage this one. This one needs bed rest, they need to put fluids and co. Otherwise, she'll be very weak. Then that one, the person need a bed rest.
So it's because of all these issues that ladies were not able to cater for themselves very well. That is why those things erupted. Like
and they didn't understand why blood is coming from you.
They do, but
they did.
Yes. But
I think how they were keeping themselves, the hygiene was poor.
Was the major aspect. Now, so you made mention of 1 to 7 days. So anything beyond 7 days is abnormal.
Yeah, you have to report.
You need to report for further investigation.
Okay. All right. So you also made mention of during that period you can have sex.
Yeah.
Is it sex for enjoyment or sex for reprocreation?
Okay, so we have people
aiming at something.
We have people who have shorter cycles. So someone with a 21-day cycle whilst they are menstruating, they are
ovulating.
ovulating.
At the same time.
Yes.
At the same time.
So such a person, if a couple like that is trying to conceive, you'll be advised to have sex during that period.
Earlier, you made mention about some having theirs 21, others having theirs, which
36.
means there's irregular cycles. So how can people with this irregular cycles seek medical advice or treatment?
So the first thing is track your cycle. When you are reporting, please, my menstruation doesn't come. How does it come? Then they will ask you, and you don't know.
You don't know.
You don't know your own cycle. How do somebody help you? We cannot come and stay with you in your house. So you have to track your cycle. Like I said, for the 3 months consecutively. Then if it is, you didn't get the same value, maybe 28, 28, 28. You got 26, 27, 30. You put the 3 together. Then you divide by 3. Then that will be your average for calculations. So that you know when you're ovulating and when your menses is coming. Yeah. So after that, you change your lifestyle. Maybe you are drinking, you are smoking and all that. You don't eat well. You have to check your diet. Then you take your supplements. Yes. You take your supplements and all that. If you do all this and still, then you see a midwife or a gynecologist for further
investigations.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay. So what about somebody would menstruate for a period of time, for a number of years, then it ends there? And maybe it takes another, maybe 10, 15, like what you've been hearing. Still, the person has not menstruated. What could be the cause?
It means the hormones that should come to play, they are not doing their work.
Hormonal
Either
imbalances.
they are no more working. Your brain is no more producing those hormones, or they are there, but they are insufficient to do that. Yes.
Oh, okay.
So you come to the hospital for further investigation.
Okay. With the menstrual cramps that you made mention, the PMS, all of you get it?
Oh, not
everybody that get the cramps.
Some people's own is basically the mental aspect, the mood swings. Apart from that, they don't get any pain, they don't feel any pain, they just flow. Some people too have the pain aspect, they are not in mood swings and all that, so it depends on the individual.
I want to understand more about the hormones, because you keep on mentioning hormones. So what role do hormones play in the menstrual cycle?
The hormones that causes the cycle to start in the first place. As women, hormones are keeping us to have breasts, our hair growing, look beautiful and all that.
How can the imbalance be identified?
So it will be identified when you are having irregular menses. That should tell you that your hormones are heavy bleeding. You are bleeding in between periods. Your menses is not coming at all. Those things should tell you that no,
there is a problem.
Yes. Yeah.
So when the menstruation is ending or it ends, you don't see any droplets. You don't see any blood again.
No, so you may see it. So most of the sanitary pads we are having, they have panty liners. So that's the small ones. You'll be using it towards the end, latter part of your flow. So the beginning you may flow proper. The next day might be reduced, moderate. The third day, but it will be coming. Just that it will be voluminous, and the color might change to dark brown, then dark, then you end it. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So some two might start with maybe moderate, then heavy, then it stops.
So after the 7 days, what are you going to? You're still going to see blood?
No. You won't see blood.
You won't see.
So if you had a previous infection, which has not been treated, after your 7 days, you may still see some discharges that wouldn't maybe smell good, offensive, wouldn't look nice. Yeah. If you have any pre-existing, because whilst you are menstruating, the place is moist. It is a very good time for infections to come in. So you have to be very conscious of your menstrual hygiene when you are menstruating. Some people can use one pad from morning till evening.
It's bad.
So, intermediate, at what point do they be changing?
It depends on your flow. But at least if you don't flow much, within a day, change it. Don't wait from morning till evening. It's not good.
So every day, how many
Or if you have a
Some people can take like 5 because
day.
they bleed heavily. But if your flow is normal, so you used it around 8 in the morning. Maybe in the afternoon you can change it.
You can change it.
Then
12
in the
one,
evening you
can
bath
change
and
it, you can
change.
So you can use 3.
Yeah.
Hey.
But if
Then
you
which
have
means, at
a
that
heavy
period,
flow, then you can use 4.
At that
or
period, we
5.
spend a lot of money.
That's
And
why
the
our children
sanitary
are going for
pad too is now
boyfriends.
expensive now.
They are going for boyfriends so that they can buy pads.
So when you buy one, how many?
It depends on the type you are buying.
Oh, okay.
Yes. The brand depends on what is inside.
Okay.
Some are 10, some are 12.
So can one take care of 1 month?
Some
piece?
people use 2, 3 for a month.
Depending on your flow.
Yes, please.
Wow.
And it depends on the number of days you menstruate. Your flow
Someone
will come.
with 7 days
So
cannot
if
use
somebody
one.
is having 3 days, some of them by the end of the menstruation, they still have extra in the one pack for the following month. So the longer you're bleeding,
The more pad you
your
use.
usage.
Hey, you go through a lot.
Hey, women
Oh,
are
yeah.
You
suffering.
go
Yeah.
through a lot.
Yes. And you people are enjoying.
Enjoying
Because
how?
throughout all these pains, too, you see them working,
Apart from
going up and
circumcision
down.
pain, what do you? That one when you're babies.
Babies,
Yeah, I've
so-
been saying that they should let them grow. 18 years, 10, no anesthesia.
Hey, we have wicked people.
You too, you feel
You
pain.
feel
The pain you go
pains.
through, menstruation pain, childbirth pain,
Pain.
motherhood pain. Then you people will be
Everything.
adding emotional stress to our lives.
It's very bad.
You're making me dumbfounded.
We came to suffer in this world.
That's how we were created.
That's why we are last borns.
Yes, that's how you were created. Anyway, so let's dwell a bit about the mental health and well-being, right?
Yeah.
So how can this menstruation affect this mental health and our well-being?
Okay, so with the premenstrual syndrome, I said we had the one that's connected to our mental health.
Yes.
Mental
So
health.
some people's own depression and all that, menstruation comes with that. The menstrual
Depression.
cycle
Yeah.
comes with psychological effects. So indeed, your menstrual cycle has effects on your mental health because you may experience this anxiety, depression, the mood swings and all that. They are all
Eating
connected.
disorders.
Yes.
Eating
They are all
disorders.
connected. So you need to manage yourself well on your stress level. If you are stressed already, and then you get your premenstrual syndrome to adding up, you may need medication, which shouldn't be necessary. You may be needing medication for your pain. Why do you need medication for your psychological? So you have to manage your stress level well, so that it wouldn't be an abnormality.
Let me come back to the PMS, Esther. With the PMS, certainly, you'll be craving for some certain things.
Yes, we have cravings.
Okay, so in first month, I experienced that PMS. I went to hospital. They gave me medicine. I have that kind of painkiller. Is it necessary for me to always go to hospital for them to give me painkiller? I can go to the counter to buy this
The pain medication.
yeah.
Okay. Sometimes, not every cycle that maybe you might feel the pain.
Okay.
So if you are, it's good to visit the hospital if it's severe. But in case, maybe sometimes they prescribe to you and tell you that, okay, in case you reach there and the pain, you can go and, your
Sometimes they will tell
prescriber
you
has given you the
authority
to, you can go and do it. Because sometimes you can go and buy without that you are overdose, whilst you don't need it at that time. And that one too can cause another imbalances in the system. So it's best for you to.
Right.
And you know, there are some pain medications that ulcer patients cannot take. So you should know yourself. Don't say that, oh, my friend went to buy this for her menstrual cramps, so I'm also going to buy the same thing.
Okay.
You should know yourself and visit the hospital. That's the ultimate. Yeah.
So at that period, what are some of the things that you people will be craving for?
Oh, craving. You can see that the person says, I feel like taking tilapia.
And who from whose pocket?
Oh, from my partner's pockets now. They crave for things. You see, you'll be there that you feel like, oh, today let me take goat meat, or today let me eat this thing, or chocolates and toffee and a whole lot. You have
Some
that.
people's cravings are serious.
Serious.
Like as if they are pregnant. Yeah.
Doesn't
Some people eat shri. That thing, that's when they are pregnant, they eat.
It's
so-
not nutritious. It's not good.
So I think it has effect.
There's nothing in it. It even make you anemic.
Okay.
So it's not good.
Okay.
So we advise the pregnant women, if you are craving for something that is nutritious.
All right. All right, you're still watching Cafdil television, and the topic we're discussing is menstrual cycle, and I hope all of us are learning a lot from this. It's not because the menstruator I feel pain and that stuff. Certain things, some of them they said it happens before menstruation, some during the menstruation, some after the menstruation. And so when you see that it is something normal, that you shouldn't be worried too much about it. I'm hoping that you are following us on Facebook. There are so many things happening there. Go there and go to YouTube and subscribe as well and share for your friends to also get this information as well. Very soon we'll draw the curtain. But let me come to you, Esther. Let's see some sustainable and health-conscious menstrual product options that are available that can also help.
Oh, okay. The products like folic acid, that one there is general. You can purchase it. The moment the person has gotten her menarche, the menarche, that's the first period or the first menstruation. Then the person can start the folic acid, because most of our food, the time you finish cooking it, then the nutrients are gone. So we don't get the required nutrients. So, and also we have other brands like the World Women, the Pregnant Care today they have created some. Okay. But it's best for you to visit a midwife or a gynecologist so that they can prescribe for you and see your hormonal levels. Maybe some of them you can go and take it, then it can cause more imbalance. These hormones will become more, and when they are more, they have their effects on the system. So it's best for you. But the folic acid is general, that one there. And if you are the menses is on, or your menstruation, the period has come, you stop. After the period, then you continue. Okay. Otherwise, you get a heavy bleeding. All right.
Do you have something to add?
Oh, no.
Okay. Now, you see, all this menstruation, the whatever, most of them happen at our schools, secondary schools, and so forth. So, how can education and awareness in those areas be improved for them to know exactly what they will be going through during this cycle?
So with CCTH, you have a public health unit. They go to schools every Friday. That we call it school health. They go to do education and all that, screenings and all that. So they do it. They do it.
Then when they come home,
their parents are supposed to teach them.
And the parents,
so let's form an adolescent class. Okay.
Because the moment you see that your child has reached that puberty stage, you need to start psyching the child's mind and educating the child on those menstrual cycle, this thing that you experience, so that the child knows not to go and learn it from the peers. That's where these teenage pregnancies and co occurred, because ovulation comes before menstruation. Right. So the parents too, they should help us in this. They are the first teachers in the home.
So nowadays, at what age do girls begin to menstruate?
From 8 years to 16 years.
So when you are 18 years and you've not menstruated, what could be the cause?
That means a physiological hormonal imbalances.
So you have to seek medical help.
Yes.
Because the hormones that are involved, they are the estrogen, progesterone, and follicle stimulating hormone. There are 3 hormones.
So such people, lab investigations may reveal that they have male hormones instead of females. Male hormones, most of them.
Oh, okay.
Especially sometimes you can even indicate those with that much hair. Very hairy. That means that they are having the male hormones more than the female hormones.
Then I know
so it normally causes problem with their menstrual cycle. They do have problems with it.
Well, we are going. Our time is up. So what's your last?
My last advice to the public is every woman, they should please track their menstrual cycle. You are the first person to study your cycle before you can come for upper hand for us to help you. So it's very good. Even if you don't have calendar, get a sheet of paper. Just pick a pen. If you don't have pen, get a pencil. No pencil, take a chalk. No
Charcoal
chalk,
is there.
charcoal is there.
Okay.
All these are available for you to
mark.
to market.
Yes.
I'm encouraging every lady in her reproductive age to take folic acid. It's very important.
Do you have a contract with these people?
Oh, folic acid
Producers
is
of folic acid.
good.
Because
Males can also
Males
take it
can
too.
take it, all of you. The moment you reach your
okay,
puberty,
so
you can take it.
you made mention of as soon as you begin your menstruation, you start taking folic acid. At how many years or how long can you take the folic acid?
Just take it.
Yes.
It prevents baby
If you
defects.
menopause, cry, people are taking, so you take it
makes
for life.
Take it
It's
for
good
life.
though.
Okay,
It's
so
very
when you are menstruating, you pause.
You pause.
After menstruation,
Then
you
you
continue.
resume.
As for the
Once
men,
daily.
As for the men,
You
can
can equally
take
take it. Maybe okay. You take it continuous for a month. You can stop, and then maybe another 6 months you take again.
okay.
Yeah.
All right. This is where time will allow us to be with you. I hope you've enjoyed the program. And Esther Apeto is a senior staff midwife, Cape Coast Teaching Hospital, and also Bernice Japan, also senior staff midwife. Thanks so much for your education. We hope to see you again. Yeah. My name is Kojo Atta. Thanks for watching. Thanks for all the crews, and thanks to you. Same time next week. Stay blessed.